Hey folks, what's happening? This is the 373 gear that I was going to put in my white truck, my white GMC that y'all can see back off in the distance there. This is the original inner bearing, pinion bearing that slides on there. That a shim goes here, then the bearing goes on top of that. Then once you put it back in the truck, you check the pinion depth, the in and out, the running part of the gear. So what I done was I took this bearing right here that I pressed off of this gear, or off of the original gear, and I took a pair of vice grips and I held that inner race right there. Then I honed out the center of that race to where when I go to set this up, I put my factory shim back on there, the way the factory had it. I could take this pinion bearing, slide it right on. I don't have to press it on or nothing like that. Put it in the chunk, tighten everything up to where I can check my pinion depth. If I have to make a correction, I can pull it out, slide that off, make my correction on my shims, put it back on like this, put it back in to check my pinion depth, and then that way then I can go and I can paint my ring gear down and check the backlash, make sure what my backlash is supposed to be at. And once that's correct, I can take it all back out, take this setup bearing off, leave my shim pack on there that I have set, that was to set the correct pinion depth. Then I'll take a new bearing, I stick it on there, and then it'll set about right there. Then I'll have to press it on. Well, see, I got that thing real tight to where I can just have to wiggle it and slide it on and slide it off. Then once the new bearing is set, then I can put this back in the truck, set everything up, recheck my backlash on my ring gear, make sure it's running in the middle of my teeth on the drive side and on the coast side. I will show that video whenever I get to the point where I do that on my truck. But I was going to give you guys a heads up. If you could save the inner bearing, if it's in good shape, this one is in good shape. This one has over 325,000 miles on it, and then all the bearings are still in good shape. I managed to get it off. I used a clamshell puller, which is that tool right there. And put it on there like that. If I had some way of holding this camera and everything, like I said, I would show like the clamshell. See, slides and goes right up under that bearing. See how it goes up under the cage? And then see, it's got two different sizes on it. You got the small side and the big side. This one takes the big side. This clamshell puller comes with 3 different size clams. And then that's the one right there, probably for like a 3/4 ton or better. You slide it on there like that. But what you do is you take this off. You take this, you have to set the ring depth. I'll show you. You slide it on just like that right there. You have to make sure that it goes up under that bearing and how the rings ride up right here. That way it has some way to clamp. Hold on folks, I'll show you. Alright, you see how I got this ring, these 2 rings. It pushes on the bearing and up on the clam whenever you tighten it up. So I got it all tight. And see how I got it up under that bearing? You might have to work with it just a little bit to go get it to go on there. Then you take this other side. You slide it on. And you take your collar once you get it. Try to do this one-handed. Alright, see how you got it clamped around? That bottom sleeve is up under that bearing. You got to make sure it's under the bearing. If you catch it just on the cage, you'll break your bearing all to pieces pulling it off. Then when you got it that screw tight, where it's tightened up against that clamp, then you take and you impact down. See how it's done made contact, how it's spinning it? It'll actually take it. See how it slid that whole thing off? It took the bearing completely off of that pinion gear. See if I can see how it's caught that bearing. You put constant pressure all the way around the bearing and it should slide right off. So just unscrew your clamp. There's the bearing. See, if I used a new bearing to start this process, that's what I would have to do every time I need to change that shim thickness. By honing out that inner race on the old bearing, or you can get a new bearing. You can do it the same way. You can hone it out to make it a setup bearing for your vehicle. Since I got it honed out, I can just slide it on. I don't have to use that every time I need to make a shim thickness change. So that's just a little information for you guys. If you find this helpful, leave me a comment. And then I'll try my best to help you guys out. Like this video, subscribe if you want. I'll try to keep these videos coming. So, if you guys have any questions about anything, just hit me up. And I'll do my best to help you guys out. I'm trying to show these videos to where it can help save everybody some money. Do these things themselves. And I'll have a video coming whenever I do the rear end on the truck. That's just a little information I'm giving you guys right now on this. So, if you guys find it helpful, keep watching the videos and I'll try to keep them coming. And y'all stay safe out there and God bless everybody. And I'll see y'all on the next video. Later.